This is my answer video to all of your amazing questions. Thank you so much for leaving them for me. Let's get started. So, I took all of the questions I saw, put them into a spreadsheet, and then kind of parsed similar ones together. So, I will put timestamps in the caption. So take a look there if you're looking for something specific. But yeah, let's get into it. The first question I'm going to answer is from Ken. I should have known this is what you wanted to ask. So, we came up on a video months and months ago that it looked like I was really tall from the camera angle, from something, and I am very tall. I am 6'4". I'm probably shorter now. I don't measure my height with the same enthusiasm that I did when I was younger. I never played basketball or volleyball, and I never swam competitively. I do like to swim, I love water, but I could never get that rhythm right of like putting your head up to like get a breath of air. It would usually just end up being like a mouthful of water. So yes, I am quite tall. But no, I never did any sports competitively. I wanted to be a ballerina. Toe shoes, tutus, all of it. So, but ballerinas are usually quite petite. So I went a different direction. Do I work outside of ASMR? And if so, what do I do? I definitely work outside of ASMR. I'm a pretty small creator. I think I'm on track to make about $400 this year from YouTube AdSense. So I definitely have another job. I am an accountant. So I spend my days in spreadsheets and reading tax law. So you could say I'm used to people falling asleep when I talk. So I saw a few questions about family and kids. I am married. I am married to my husband. We've been married for about almost 9 years. Look at us. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and she is absolutely amazing. Sometimes I feel like I do this with her in mind just because I feel as though I have come from a long line of women who did not do the things in life that they wanted to do. And I want to set an example for her that she can do things that she finds joy in and that it could potentially lead to, a way to sustain herself. So yes, I do have one little girl. She is awesome. Braces. Yes, I am very excited to get my braces off. And if you've had braces, it's just this whole like system of like brushing your teeth and flossing, all the threading. So I should be getting them off in like a month or 2 months. And a not so fun fact, this is my third time with braces. I had them twice when I was younger. First time they were taken off because I hadn't lost all the teeth I needed to lose. And second time they got taken off because my parents couldn't afford it anymore, so I never got a retainer. So here I am. Third time's the charm, hopefully. So while I am very excited to get them off, I told my doctor, I'm like, let's get this bite right. I want to keep these teeth for the next 40 years of my life. So yes, I'm very excited to get my braces off. A month to 2 months, depending on how good I am with my rubber bands. But I'm very excited. Chocolate. I love chocolate, and I'm not allergic to chocolate. I absolutely love it. I've been eating this like dark chocolate with raspberries. I feel like I had some in here, but I can't see it now, so maybe I probably finished it. But yes, I absolutely love chocolate. So foreign languages. I do not speak any other languages besides English. I do sometimes dabble in learning French and Spanish. Spanish because I'm in the US and I feel like it's used, you know, pretty frequently. I love French. I studied French in high school and college. I went to France for a month when I was in my early 20s. I just love the language. I think it's so beautiful. So, no, no other languages besides English fluently. I had a question on religion, and I do not follow any religious doctrine. I am not a religious person. I feel like I'm exploring spirituality. I do have an interest in some spiritual aspects, but I do not attend any type of church. I feel like that's usually what religion entails, going to a church. Hobbies. My hobbies are playing with Barbie dolls and finding crafts for my daughter to do. We've been building gingerbread houses. I would say learning about editing ASMR. I feel like there is a hobby aspect to it because I enjoy it so much. But with ASMR, and I'll get into that later, I do hope that it becomes a fiscally fulfilling venture. So, where am I from? I am from California, and now I live in almost the middle of the country. But yes, I was raised in California and in Maryland on the East Coast as a child. So, if you could move to any country in the world, where would it be and why? I think if it were just me, like I didn't have an immediate family, like I didn't have a child and I wasn't married, maybe Scotland or France, probably somewhere in Europe. But since I do have a daughter, I do keep in mind that I want her to grow up in one general area. I don't want to move around a lot like I did when I was a kid, like new schools every year. But it would be awesome if she grew up bilingual. So that's probably why I have Babbel and Memrise on my phone because I'm like, I really need to start learning another language so that my daughter can know some other words. My zodiac sign. So I'm a Scorpio. I was born in the month of November. I feel like there are a lot of darker traits associated with the Scorpio sign, which have definitely resonated more during certain parts of my life. I don't know my big three because I forgot what time I was born. My sun sign is Scorpio, but I'm not sure what my moon or rising signs are because I forgot what time I was born. So, favorite movies. I really like the movie Pride and Prejudice. I like the BBC miniseries Pride and Prejudice back from the 90s with Jennifer L. and Colin Firth, which was actually mentioned during the Barbie movie as like a sad girl movie, but it's not sad. Like anyway, whatever. Drop Dead Gorgeous with Kirsten Dunst and Kirstie Alley and Allison Janney, who is hilarious. Ellen Barkin. That movie is so funny. Fly the Concords. I guess that's not really a movie, but anyway. TV shows. I guess Flight of the Concords would fall into that bucket. The Mitchell and Webb Look. It's like a skit comedy show. It's from Britain, but a friend introduced me to them, and they are hilarious. And the Thomas Crown Affair. I feel like all these movies are showing my age, and I'm fine with that. I actually have all of the movies that I just stated on DVD. So my favorite song of all time, or my favorite song right now. Okay, so what kind of music do I listen to, and what are my favorite artists? During the day when I'm working, I usually listen to like, is it referred to as dance music? Like, I guess I'm not really sure what it's called. EDM. I was a raver when I was younger. That helps at all. So one of my favorite songs recently that I just love listening to, let me look it up. Okay, so it's called Secrets by Regard and Raye. And I'll put a link down below just in case you're interested. That St. John Roses remix. Oh yeah, so TSO featuring Tate McRae. Gosh, my foot is totally falling asleep. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think the music that I listen to now, it's usually music with like a nice beat. I definitely like a nice beat. So three places that I would love to visit. I'd love to go to Scotland. I'd love to go somewhere like Mongolia, maybe Japan. I do worry that I might be a little big for things in Japan. I do like road trips. Big fan of road trips. They're a little different now that I have a kiddo, but I do love road trips and cars. I was on a motorcycle once when I was a kid, but I haven't really spent much time on motorcycles. More of a car person. I'd like to lean back and go to sleep if possible. But yeah, I do like road trips. They're fun. Am I vegan? I am not vegan. Am I a massage therapist? No, I am not. I'm not a massage therapist. I used to give my friends like shoulder massages. We used when I was a server. I worked in a restaurant for years, and after our shifts, I would sometimes give like rub their shoulders after like these long shifts, and they always thought that was great. Like while they drank a beer and like did their cash out. But no, I never went to school for it. I love massages. I think it's just such a nice practice, but no, not in real life. Let's see, the first national or world event I remember as a child. I remember when Princess Diana died. I remember coming out of my bedroom and my dad was watching news coverage of it on the television. And I just remember how sad everyone was. So, yes, I do remember Princess Diana passing away. My happiest memory, not being in high school anymore, was amazing. I was very happy when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. I had a Dalmatian when I was a kid, and I named her Freckles because we both had spots. We both had freckles, so she was amazing. I used to go to raves. Like, I love dance music. I love, electronic music. And I just remember when I was dancing to that type of music, it's just that feeling of everyone just kind of moving together. That was a really cool feeling. I had a few comments on my hair care routine, and I'll be honest, I have like coarse hair, and I found this shampoo bar by just by chance. I think I bought it on sale on Amazon because I ran out of shampoo, and it was like, oh sweet, this will be here soon. But it's bars over bottles, and this is the moisturizing shampoo bar, but like I don't know what it is. It comes in this little like, and honestly, at first it smells kind of funny, but it makes my hair so soft. Like I love it. It's awesome. And this is not like a sponsored post, but for some reason there's something in here that just makes my hair follicle just so nice and soft. So yeah, I'll link these. I'll link this company below. But if you're into shampoo bars, I would highly recommend the Bars Over Bottle brand because, like, my hair has not always been like this silky and soft. But then I also like touch it all the time, so maybe it's like, so maybe I have to like use the bar over again and buy more. I always for some reason I always feel like I'm somehow getting scammed. I'm like, what's your what's your angle? But yeah, this shampoo bar is phenomenal. And I noticed it even just when I get out of the shower, like my hair just feels softer. So everything else I do is the same. Like I got a different brush, but you know, hair dryer, I blow it out with a big round brush. But that the shampoo bar has been a game changer for the hair situation. So another question, do you think black holes are wormholes into other universes? So what I remember from science class is that wormholes squish whatever goes into it. So I always had I was under the impression that if you got sucked in, or if you go into a wormhole, that you're like being stretched out. And I guess I assumed that that stretching would never end and you would be like, you know, obliterated. But that would be interesting if maybe you don't get obliterated. Maybe you just like get like a good hug and then you pop out on the other side in like a new universe. Like how kooky would that be? But yeah, I always thought there was like pressure and stretching, so I didn't think that like maybe that's how you don't make it through. So people just can't go from one universe to the other. You know, it's not a Marvel movie. I'm definitely not interested in going into a wormhole. I'll tell you that. And I got this really sweet comment. It said, my daughter is a beautiful redhead as well. She's always had the most gorgeous hair. But since she began high school, other kids have been making fun of her for it, which is crazy, I know. So now she resents her hair, calls it ugly, etc. And I think if we all take a step back and remember what it's like to be in high school, we are biologically programmed to want to be included in our friend group. There is not much you can do. Like in this stage of life, like you are the outsider, which is so hard to hear as a parent. And I went through that phase too, where I didn't like my red hair. I definitely hated how big I was. At one point, I bleached my whole head. I mean, not personally, I had it bleached, so I was blonde for a while with like red roots. And everyone was like, "Why would you bleach your hair?" And I was like, I want something different. No matter how awesome something is, sometimes we just want something different. And that's okay. But unfortunately, I'm going to tell you that that hair is going to keep growing out of her head and it's going to be awesome. Even if she doesn't like it right now, even if she never likes it, that's okay. We all go through this phase in high school where we want to be just like the people that we're seeing. So my heart goes out to you. I know it's hard to see your kids struggle, but I would say for right now, just support her in whatever she wants to do. Literally, if she wants to shave it off, be like, all right, let's go find a barber. Like, just support her because she's getting enough judgment at school, and you don't want, or at least I wouldn't want to come home to that same judgment of what I'm doing. So let your home be the soft spot, the soft place. It's hard to look different than all your friends, and being a redhead in high school is not always fun. So she'll get through it, and you'll get through it. You know she is beautiful. You know her hair is awesome, and she's gonna know it too one day. But we all go through periods in our life where we don't like something physical about ourselves. So she just has to move through it. I know it's hard to watch.